This section is going to take you through Muhammad's early life and particularly his call to become a prophet. So we know Muhammad had a new status after marrying Khadija and building up his reputation amongst the Arab tribes. During this time, we're told that he would go off to pray, often to a cave on Mount Hira. This was quite common at the time, and people would do this quite regularly. And we're told in the year 610 CE, around the age of 40 years old, he went off, and this event happened to him. It changed his life completely. We're told he experienced a present, which was the angel Jibril, or the angel Gabriel, was suddenly with him in the cave and ordered him to recite. He protested that he was not a learned man. We're told he was said to read, and he said, "I cannot read." He said, "Read again." He said again, "I cannot read." And the third time he said, "Read." And he said, "What shall I read?" He was ordered to learn these words and ordered to go and speak to other members of the community about these words. And this is the first parts of the Quran, or the recitation. And so this is celebrated during the time of kind of Ramadan. And from this moment on, Muhammad's life was no longer his own, and we believe that he was sent off at this point to go and preach to the other tribes and the people in Mecca. But after the first few visions, the Prophet had no further revelations, and there was a period of trial and testing where he wasn't sure what had happened to him. And Khadija, his wife, was one of the first people to believe in him and said he was one of the prophets like Abraham, like Moses, like Jesus, who came before him. And so these revelations happened over a period of 23 years in total, and that's what gives us the Holy Quran. We're told the Prophet did not always see the angel Jibril when he had his revelations. Sometimes he did, sometimes he didn't. Sometimes the angel was huge, filling the horizon, and sometimes the Prophet was only aware of eyes watching him. Occasionally he just heard a voice speaking to him, and sometimes he revealed that the message did not come through clearly. Sometimes it was muffled, sometimes it gave him a headache. There is some evidence there might have been some epilepsy or something like that, or the symptoms are very similar to epilepsy. Sometimes he received revelations when he was in a deep prayer. Other times it happened spontaneously while he was moving around, riding, in conversation concerning another subject. But every time he received a revelation, there was no doubt, either in his mind or the minds of those observing him, that he would suffer physical symptoms. Sweating, trance-like state would come upon him, and it would be like his soul was kind of snatched away. Those who were with him could tell clearly that the revelation started and when they would finish. Many of those who rejected belief in what was happening to the Prophet accused him of being mad, they accused him of being demon-possessed, suffering from a disease, but there was no evidence of that. A study of his life has revealed in the Hadith his own sayings. They show him he was immensely sane, kind, warm-hearted, down to earth, and later as an eminent and astute leader of his nation. So the next bit I'm going to talk about is his early mission.